you launched the Consultancy Growth podcast in January this year, 2025. I've seen on LinkedIn you posted about the downloads going up and going up and going up. What impact has it has already on your business?
It's just really been surprising, in truth. I thought a podcast was meant to serve a really specific purpose, and that's the only reason I started it, which was I wanted to spend more time with senior consultancy founders, senior meaning more established consultancy founders, but I wanted to do so. I didn't want our first conversation to be a pitch or to be talking about my service particularly. I wanted to start a genuine relationship with the long-term perspective of that. And so I thought, well, what can I do? Do we run events? And, then it's time for tactics, right? So lead generation piece, and then with a long-term perspective. And I thought, well, how do we do that? I thought, well, a podcast is the answer to that. An hour conversation with somebody talking about them, not me. Perfect. And so we started with that strategy in mind, and we've been running it since January. I think we're on episode 25-ish. And that has worked really well because of all the metrics and the downloads and the exciting stuff. Like, I'm spending about 3 hours per week now with consultancy founders of a certain size consultancy, and we're focused on them, not what our service and offering is, which is exactly what it was meant to do. But bonus to that was the success of the actual content. So because, for whatever reason, least of which is because of me, mainly because of the guests and the strength of what they're saying, we've had new inbound leads and opportunities and all that kind of thing coming from it. And the story always goes the same, which is, and I've been really surprised by this, which is, hi Craig, or a LinkedIn message saying, hi Craig, I've listened to this particular podcast episode, which I found because we have this problem. I've listened to this podcast episode. I've now listened to this one and this one and this one. So you're talking 4 or 5 hours of time that's spent listening to me, natter on. I'm wondering if we could have a conversation. We have this problem, and I think you might be able to help. So that has been really surprising. It was never part of the objective, but it has been a wonderful benefit to doing it. So I we got what we came for in that I'm getting to spend time getting to know people. It's the only networking I do, but it's grown our business, and it's brought a consistent flow now of bonus. I would call them bonus leads or bonus opportunities, because they're not part of the overall strategy. They're just coming at us with some more and more consistency now. And then, yeah, the popularity is nice, of course. The downloads going up and up is a nice thing.